Ariel Helwani post-fight at UFC 128 alongside Joseph Joby Wan Kenobi Benavidez, who defeated Ian Loveland tonight. And that's it, right? It's Joby Wan Kenobi? Just want to make sure, because I heard Bruce say it, but just want to make sure.
Well, for this fight, I'm actually going to change it every single fight.
Wow.
Fans voting, I'm going to make a poll every fight. You know, I'm like a chameleon in the sport. I'm kind of different every fight. And, you know, everyone was always wanting me to have a nickname, and I said, if you guys want one so bad, you know, I'm going to come up, like, you guys pick it. So I'm actually going to do a different one every fight, you know, and just go with it. So I'm going to have 5 choices, and actually fans were coming up with some awesome ones, so I'm going to, like, pick 2 from them and, you know, see which ones win. So
Now, what were the choices for this fight?
These ones were some of my originals, some of my favorites. Be Joby Wan Kenobi. We had Rocky Balboa. We had the Beefcake, the Whirling Dervish, and Reno, the biggest little man in the world.
Wow. And you will never use the same one twice, right? So now Joby Wan Kenobi can never be used again?
No, it's not going to be. It's not going to be used again. I mean, unless, I mean, I have no choice. Like, you know what? That's great. That's what we're going to stick with. But you know, I'm looking just to mix it up every fight, and I have a lot. I have hundreds of them now that I've gained through the years of people of me not having a nickname, them just giving me them. So I have a lot to go through.
And what if you go on a roll? Well, like, what if you knock a guy out in 10 seconds and you say, you know what, I like this one, I'm going to stick with it?
Yeah, I mean, it could happen, you know. I mean, I'm not going to make any promises or anything, but you know, I mean, it could happen. I could get stuck with the same nickname. I could like it. You never know. I could fall in love. You know, that happens.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That does happen. Do you think we could go 8 minutes just talking about your nickname here and not even talk about the fight?
Probably.
I like that stuff.
I got a ton. Joa Constrictor. God, I'm blanking out right now because there's just so many. Yeah.
Well, you were just involved in a tough fight. We can clearly see that on your face, and I give you a pass if you can't remember all your nicknames. But let's talk about the fight. Your first UFC fight. You know, big stage, bigger cage. How do you assess your performance?
It was great, man. Loveland was a tough guy, you know, tougher than I expected, but, you know, just my mentality is always that I'm going to finish the guy in the first round, so it always ends up being a little tougher, you know, if it goes that way. But he was a tough dude, and I definitely think my cardio and just my heart, you know, wanting it more was the difference. We both went in kind of even in the first round, and, you know, he wanted it, and I just think as it went, I kept wanting it more, and, you know, with my cardio, I kept my same speed and pace while he kind of slowed down. And that was definitely the difference, man. Of course, I wanted to finish. I've finished every fight except 2 and 3 now, and you know, I love finishing fights. Who doesn't? But it was tough, and I think it's going to make me better. You know, going to the scissors, sometimes you need that, and it was a tough fight, and I'm going to grow from it.
You say he was tougher than you thought he would be. Why is that?
Just because, like I said, I was going for the first round finish, you know. So, but you know, he was just really good, really skilled. You know, a lot of people didn't know about him, so that gives you, you know, it kind of makes it easy to underestimate the guy. Who's a 14-7 record, but I think he kind of turned the corner. He had 7 wins in a row coming in after he had a 500 record, so he really turned the corner, and I know he wanted it bad. It's a big opportunity for him, and you know, he was ready.
You credit your cardio for being one of the differences as to why you won. This was his first fight at 135. Do you feel as though maybe the cut made him have weaker cardio, so to speak?
That could have made a difference, but you know, I feel my cardio's just as good, if not better, than anyone in the whole division. You know, I have a mentality in there that, like, I just can't get tired. It's impossible for me to get tired. And training too, like, it's impossible for me to get tired. So you know, I think I have better cardio than anyone, and maybe that did play a factor, even more so.
What was it like fighting in a UFC cage for the first time? Big pay-per-view, you know, big arena here. What was that like?
It was really cool, man. I mean, just leading up to it, you know, the inspiration and motivation were just at an all-time high, knowing, man, this is finally happening. So it's really exciting. And going out there, you know, I can't let it really take me over and make me nervous. I just kind of got to have the same mentality with every fight. Like, mine is kind of just like, this is practice. This guy's in my gym trying to beat me up, except now I can hit him as hard as I want, you know, no padding, and just go for it. So I didn't let it affect me really today, but it was great after to look around UFC, the gloves, you know, and get the win and everything. So it's just a great feeling, man. I'm looking forward to everything in the future too.
Now, obviously, a lot of storylines going into UFC 128. This is a very big fight card, but one of them was, where's the love for Joseph Benavidez? I mean, there were Facebook fights, there were Spike fights, of course, pay-per-view fights, and you weren't on any of those. Did that bum you out?
You know, I'm gonna go in there and fight the same regardless. You know, it could give you a little extra motivation, you know, and everything. But I'm gonna go in there and fight hard no matter what. You know, I was a little bummed out for my fans and, you know, my family and stuff that aren't able to watch it and able to be here. You know, and everyone asked me about the pressure with that, but You know, the other pressure that got to me is just having to carry all the sexiness on my shoulders that Sexy Ama dropped out. You know, I thought we were gonna share it, kind of share all the sexiness, but it was all left on my shoulders, and yeah, that was some pressure.
So you're saying that Faber doesn't bring any sexy to the table? Because I'm just gonna put it out there. I disagree.
No, he's good. He's good looking guy. I believe he's sexy too, but come on, I was just, you know. Yeah.
I was calling you out on your sexy comment.
No, Faber's sexy. Well, we had to carry the sexiness. It went from 3 to 2.
Right.
So, you know, it's still a heavy load, you know, for Jersey. You being here, everyone, it's tough.
Okay, final question. Obviously, 135. You know, it's getting stacked. I mean, in my opinion, more stacked than 145 at this point. Of course, your friend Uriah. You know, Miguel's doing great things. Brad Pickett's doing great things. I mean, a lot of guys. Who do you think they'll match you up against next?
There's some amazing guys out there, man. I got respect for everyone in the division. And I don't know who to match me up with next. I'm not big on calling out guys. You know, I've fought a lot of the tough guys in the division already, and I believe by the time it's all said and done, I'm going to fight them all anyway. So it's just a matter of who they pick next, you know, and how it goes. But there's some just amazing guys, and you know, I'm looking forward to any fight, you know, and just building the division. You know, hopefully being one of the faces of the division and helping it grow.
All right. Well, congrats. Welcome to the UFC, and we look forward to the next one, Joseph.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.